to TheRedEngineer, or better, welcome back to Crafted Universe, my second channel. Why am I here today and speaking with my voice is because I wanted to make a tutorial that someone of you asked me in the last video, Pokeballs in one command, and you wanted to know how I make the custom craftings on ground. It is really simple, and we need just a scoreboard and a field clock, of course. What I suggest you is to face south, because the redstone signal comes from negative to positive values on all of 3D axes. Yeah. Now, if you're facing south, place 2 command blocks. They're not empty. Sorry. Okay. Place 2 command blocks with a space between them, and on the left one we have to make a fill command. Let's just copy the tiles. Sorry, I don't have an English keyboard, and I don't have the tiles on my keyboards. That's why I have to copy and paste it. Sometimes it's really boring, but okay, let's go from the beginning. Make a fill clock. Fill tiled -1 tiled tiled, tiled -1 tiled, and let's make it 2 blocks long. Now let's go on the second one and change the minuses with pluses, and on the first one we need redstone block, and on the second one stone. All the commands will be in the description, of course, and power it. Now you should have something like this. If you start and see some really fast spam in the chat, it's because you have to do you have to set the game rule command block output to false, and you will not have problems anymore. Now the second step we have to do is to create a scoreboard objective with the command scoreboard objectives add, and let's call it X from example. And this name X, you can choose every type of name you want, but you can't put spaces between, for example, X ample, you can't do this. And now you have to write dummy, which is the type of the scoreboard, and you can't change this name, it should be dummy. Okay, right, now the next step we have to do is to choose our crafting recipe, and in this case I'm using the recipe for the Pokeball that I used in the last command, by using an iron ingot, a button, and a redstone dust. All we have to do is to set to give a value on the scoreboard X to each one of these 3 items, and it is really simple with the command scoreboard players set at E at the entities that are the type of item X, which is the name of the scoreboard, and 1. Okay, we choose number 1 for the iron ingot, and now we have to choose what type of item it is. Item colon open and closed curly brackets, and ID colon again, and quotation marks Minecraft colon again, and now the name of the item. Now to see the names of the ID of the items, just press F3 plus H at the same time, and you should see under the materials thing, you should see the ID, which is in this case iron underscore ingot. Perfect. Now to see if we did everything right, we have to set for one moment the scoreboard objectives set display sidebar X. Okay, and if we drop this item, something should appear here on the scoreboard. Perfect. And we see that we have the iron ingot with a score of 1. When we pick it up again, of course the score will disappear because the entity doesn't exist anymore. Now we have to do the same process for the other 2 items, and all we have to do is to change the number, of course, and let's choose 2 for the stone button, stone underscore button. Okay, and for the third one we give a value of 3 on the X scoreboard, and the name of the item is redstone. Perfect. Now let's test it. We have 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. All we have to do is now to make the longest command, which is the execute command, and we have to execute for each one of these 3 items, and the command has to know when the 3 items are in the same place. How to do that is really simple. Okay, I need a clean command. We start with execute. Of course, if you want, you can just don't put the slash, but I like to put them. Execute for the entity, which is the type of item, which has a score of x minimum equal 1, score x equal 1. Now why I'm doing this is because we are executing for an item that have the score, which is the score minimum of 1 and maximum of 1, which means that we are looking only for the iron ingot. And now we have, oh yeah, I need the tiles again. Okay, done. Now we have to do another execute at e, type equals item, score x minimum, this time is 2, score x equal 2. And now we have to do another execute command for the third item, which is at e, an entity with the type of item, and the score of x minimum equals 3, score x equals 3. Tiled. And now we finally can execute the proper summoning command, which is summon. Oh yeah, and we have to put a radius equals 0. Now this radius is the minimum radius in which the items should be. For example, if we say radius equals 0, all the items has to be in the same block. If we do radius equals 1, all the items should be in a radius of 1, which is in on one of these blocks. This is just an example, but I prefer to put a radius equals to 0 because I like it. Now we have to summon an item, tiled, and again open and closed curly brackets. Again item, colon, open and closed curly brackets, ID, colon, and now we can choose the ID of our item. In this case, let's say we want a diamond, comma, count, colon 1. We have to put this count equals 1 because if we do count 2, will give us 2 diamonds, and this is up to you what you want to do. Okay, now if we throw all the 3 items, you see, oops, I'm picking them back. Let's throw the items. You see that we'll summon. Why is summoning stone? Yeah, you see. I do always mistake diamond with A. Okay, now what it does, it continues to generate diamonds, and we don't want to give too many diamonds to the players. All we have to do is to execute a command that after it sees all these 3 items together, it kills them. And it's really simple. Just copy this command block with the command in it. We use Ctrl and mouse wheel to copy a command block with a command inside, and you have just to delete the last command and write this command: kill all the entities with the type of item that have a score of x between a minimum of 1 and score x equals 3, a maximum of 3. Now when you see we have the previous execute commands, and the command executes for these 3 items, pam, pam, and pam, generates the diamond and kills the items, so we have only 1 diamond. Now if I clear my inventory for the diamonds, I show you that if we change the number of the count, we say for example count 4, now when we drop these 3 items will give us 4 diamonds, and that's pretty much it. Now you see, if we don't pay attention to the facing direction, now we know that the redstone comes from north to south. It means that before is activated this command and after this one. If we switch it, the 2 command blocks, like now, what it does, it kills before the items and it can't generate the diamond because the items are no longer in existing. So pay attention to this, and let's go back. That's pretty much it, guys. There are only 7 command blocks. Without the clock we have 5 commands. All of the commands are in the description, and I hope it was useful for you. Maybe you can start and make some custom craftings. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.